My nose is burning. Oh gosh. What's up, guys? It's Jasmine back with another video. You know, this week, not the week is just started because it's Monday, but last week it's been crazy as heck, and I've been like fiending to make this YouTube video. Not only am I making this YouTube video, but I'm making another YouTube video. I have put still don't know what the thing is called. I put the thing up where you can choose options of like what I should talk about on my Instagram, and I'll probably pop it up right here on this side. And it was to talk about a relationship segment or my story time about me smoking weed. And surprisingly, honestly, I really did, like truthfully, I didn't think that the relationship segment would have more votes than the smoking weed one. But then when I looked back, it kind of had a little bit of the smoking weed, but it was still more of a relationship segment. But stay tuned for that, for the story time of me smoking weed, because that's also going up this week, because I think it's definitely a topic that I need to talk about, because some people who know me seem a little bit confused on the topic, because it's a story time of me smoking weed and a person who didn't smoke weed. But I'm not gonna really get into that because that's not in this video today. This video today is relationship segment, and I am here to talk about relationships. I think that is still well needed, especially in this generation, and especially for someone, I'm only 20, but I've dated so much, and I feel like I have a lot to say on that topic. So I'm not gonna ramble anymore, and I'm gonna put this lip gloss on and smack it on my lips, and then I'm gonna get into the video. Okay, first topic of relationship segments is communication mixed in with a little bit of honesty and a little bit of trust. I know the key to communication, the key to relationships is communication. If you don't have communication, it is going to sink really quick. And for a person who has dated people who can't communicate, it didn't really last that long, like give it a month or two. But then I really need, and I've learned about myself, that I need someone that I can talk to and communicate and have a conversation with whenever I'm feeling some type of way. And a person like me who has depression and anxiety and who gets overrun really quick, boom, I need someone who's going to be able to communicate and talk to me, you know, help me through my issues, or like vice versa. But I know I'm a good communicator, so like if my man or female is going through something, I can talk to them and try to uplift them and get them into the right place. Trust, you know, trusting someone. And I'm the type of person where I feel as though, like, until you give me a reason not to trust you, then the trust is on 100%. Like, I'm not gonna go into a relationship. You can't be with someone you don't trust. That's dumb. So I feel like regardless of what I've gone through in my past, if you're someone new and I've never talked to you ever, and I, you know, getting to know you, the trust is gonna be there 100%. Like, that's why I'm talking to you, because I must trust you in some type of way. Being honest, you know, just about certain things, and, you know, just keeping it 100, and, you know, if something is going on or something happened, just being able to talk to the person, which leads back into communicating. And yeah, the big thing is just communicating and talking. And if you don't have communication, I'm sorry, it's really not going to work out for you. Next. The second thing is not judging people for their past. Let me tell you, especially being in high school, going with dating a lot, not dating, but like talking to a lot of people, and, you know, of course you talk about what you've done and things that's happened to you and the people you've messed with, the sexual things you've done with other people. Some people can handle it and some people can't, and I've had a lot of issues where some people can't handle that topic. And I feel, you know, I'm 20 years old now, and I feel like if I'm dating someone and you can't handle what I've done in my past, or you can't handle how many people I've slept with, or whatever the case is, I can't have a real relationship with you, because I'm not a judgmental person. I've done things. I'm not perfect, just like whoever I'm talking to isn't perfect. And, you know, I'm very accepting because I've done a lot. And for a person like me, hoping that whatever I've done in my past isn't going to affect the relationship that we're building. It's a really, really big thing not to bring your past issues, bringing the past into the relationship and the issues that you've had with other people. And, you know, if you are still stuck on the past, then you truly can't be in a relationship. Like, you generally can't be happy if you're not moved on from what has happened in the past. And I've had those issues where I get into a relationship and I'm still stuck on something that someone did to me 2 years ago, and I'm bringing it into my new relationship, and it just messes everything up, and it's just not healthy. So, you know, side note, if you're not fully healed from whatever has happened in your past, you can't build a relationship, like, with anyone, period. Friendship, dating someone, whatever relationships, different types of relationships. You can't, if you're not 100% with yourself, it's not going to work out. The third thing is always know who you're dating before you get into the relationship. A person like me who jumps into relationships like this, and I am in love with rushing things and not taking my time, it always messes me up. Like 2019, I dated someone who I didn't know, who was in the military, and we rushed into things really quick. Like, literally a couple weeks we were talking, he came to see me, we ended up dating. I literally ended up moving out. We ended up moving in together like a month or two later, and boom, we're not together because he wasn't the person that I expected. Lack of communication, a lot of lack of communication, and just not knowing certain things that, of course, that I wouldn't want to be with someone who is like that. So, you know, just, you know, take your time, get to know people. What's the rush? And I've been just telling myself that, what is the rush of just getting into a relationship? Like, why not talk, mingle, get to know people, get to know what they're about and what they're genuinely about, and not just straight into sex. And another thing is, I'm a person where, you know, you just get straight into the sex. And, you know, if it's going to be like that, we can be friends with benefits type thing. But I'm not looking for someone to be friends with benefits with. Like, I want to actually be with someone and really build and grow and have those things with someone. The fourth thing is not leading people on. If you're not feeling someone and you aren't, or you're just not happy in the relationship, don't be a cheater, don't lie. You know, I really do not like leading people on. I don't like hurting people's feelings, at least not intentionally. You know, if I'm feeling some type of way or I'm not feeling what's going on, I want to be able to let you know, which goes right back into communicating. And if I can't keep it 100 with you and like have a conversation with you, and you're going to go straight to being defensive and getting all crazy, then I don't want to be in a relationship with you, because I should be able to talk to my partner about any way I'm feeling. And, you know, if it's getting to the point where you're going to cheat on that person, then maybe you shouldn't be with them, and you should just keep the relation, like, just keep it pushing, you know, just be honest, let them know how you're feeling. Don't stay where you're not happy, because, you know, then people start to do stupid things to think like that's going to help the relationship, and it really doesn't. So if you're not happy, go on to the next, you know, move on. You know, honesty hurts, and it's not like, I'd rather you be honest with me and keep it a buck than lead me on and then do something hurtful, and then I'm like, dang, I wasted a whole year or a couple months when you could have just broke up with me when you were already feeling this way before. You feel me? So that's just another thing of not leading people on. The next topic is, make sure you have the support and the understanding. That is a big thing for me personally. I need, because of my situations and things that go on with me, I need someone, a man, who can support and understand me and generally try to understand me and is going to be patient. That's another thing, being patient with the person you're dating. You know, if you can't support what's going on in their lives and you're not willing to understand certain situation, what's the point of being, to even be talking or getting into a relationship with them? Because I want to be able to understand my partner, or at least, it takes time to, get to really know someone and really care about someone. And a person like me who feels like a lot of people don't understand me, I have my one best friend who understands me a lot, and that's why I love him. And we've taken the time for like 2 years now. We've been talking, and he's just generally taken the time to understand me and support whatever I'm going through and just try to help me. It's not always perfect and it's not going to always be perfect, but if you show that you're trying and that you genuinely care, then I think that's really all that matters, personally, to me. The next one is being accountable for your actions. A lot of people are not accountable for their actions, and they always want to play the blame game and want to play the victim of every situation when the whole time it's their fault. If you can't be accountable for your actions, then don't talk to me. Like, friendship, relationship, best friend, whatever the case is, if you did something wrong or you're in the wrong, there is nothing wrong with admitting that you were in the wrong, because it's going to make me feel better about the situation. It's going to make yourself feel better about the situation and just kind of ease the situation. Because if I'm wrong, I'm going to say that I'm wrong. Even though a lot of people don't like to say sorry, and they want to be on that high horse, but if I know that I'm wrong in a situation and I'm acting crazy, I am going to apologize and admit what I've done isn't cool, and it's it just kind of messes everything up. So I just like a person who just if you did something, just don't be childish about it. The next one is arguments. There's a difference between arguing constantly and having arguments here and there, or then having arguments that are just stupid. I think if you don't argue in your relationship, whatever relationship you're in, something is going on. And I want to say that's not healthy. I feel like having arguments in a relationship is healthy, and it just depends on how you talk about it and how you go about the situation. And I've had moments where I realized the argument was so stupid that when you look back at it and you try to remember what the hell was I arguing about, and you can't remember, that's how you know it was most likely stupid. And then those arguments, when they get really, really bad. But I feel like if you really love someone or you really like someone and you're really wanting to work things out, you're going to work them out. You're going to talk about it and actually have a civil conversation with me. You're not going to get defensive. And I know it's a natural thing for people to get defensive and things like that, but you gotta really look back at yourself and be like, okay, if I'm really wanting to make this work with someone, certain things I'm gonna if we're arguing or we're trying to have a conversation, let the person talk. Don't be those type of people, which has happened to everyone, where the person's arguing and you're not even letting me or the other person get what they have to say out, and you're not listening. Because if I'm talking over you or you're talking over me, I know you're not listening, or I'm not listening to the person. And it just gets too much. And I'm the type of person where I like to listen. And sometimes when you're actually listening and you shut up, you can actually hear, oh, maybe dang, I was wrong, or kind of get the other person's point of view or be in their shoes on the situation. So I think arguments are healthy to a certain extent until it starts to get really crazy, or like literally y'all are arguing every day and it's just getting too much. The next thing is sex. Just a quick brief over sex. Sex is healthy in a relationship. I can't date someone where the sex is not good. I've dated someone where the sex wasn't good, and then I'm thinking in my life, like, is this where I want to be with? Because when you start baby making and the baby making ain't even good, then it's just like, whoa, like, was it even worth my while? Like, if the sex ain't good, I can't do it. So I don't know, everyone's different on when they want to have sex, how they want to do it, how many times, whatever the case is. But you know, keeping your partner satisfied just like they keep you satisfied. And I feel like if it's not an equal and a mutual thing, it kind of defeats the purpose, because I'm the type of person where, like, if I'm making you feel good, I want the same back in return. And a lot of dudes are only in it to satisfy themselves, and that's not cool. The last thing is growing and building that empire with that person. All in general, with whoever I'm with and whoever is watching this video, growing with someone and, you know, going through the bumps and the tornadoes and the tsunamis in the relationship, I think that at the end of the day, when it gets to where it needs to get to, like when you guys are super healthy and everything is just well, I think it's just worth it at the end. And I want someone that I can grow with, and, you know, we have our issues or whatever and we get through it. And I think, I didn't say this, but like a lot of people nowadays, social media is a really big thing. Like Instagram, Snapchat, some people still use Facebook, some people still use Twitter, and a lot of people want to broadcast, a lot of people want to broadcast their relationship out and, you know, just post every single little thing. And if you're getting in an argument or, you know, I don't know, you're just talking shit or whatever the case is, and that is a big no-no. That's like goes into either being a little bit toxic or just being really childish. And I was learning, and what I am learning is that I don't need everyone in my business. You know, you have your parents, whoever you talk to, and your best friends or whatever the case is, but you don't want to, you know, post, oh, I'm single, or, you know, so-and-so did this, or this is how I'm feeling about this situation, because then, you know, everyone sees it, and then say you guys do break up, and then you end up getting back together the next day. Now everyone's looking at you like, what the fuck, like, didn't they just break up? Or, oh, they're always breaking up, or they're always talking shit and then they always get back together. Like, you know, keep whatever is going on in your relationship to y'all, because that's how you build a healthy relationship, when it's just you and that other person in a relationship. It's not you, the other person, and the whole world, or whoever else. Like, sometimes it's even best to keep certain things to yourself when it comes to your family and your friends, because at the end of the day, they're going to have their opinions. And when you tell people certain things, you can't get mad when they spit out their opinions or they think what they think, because now you done told them certain things, and they're going to persuade your significant other or whoever you're talking to that way, because they're going to be like, oh, dang, well, this person is doing this this person is doing something to this other person, and now I don't like them. Like, you know, you just want to keep it healthy. Now, if it's something serious, then clearly you're going to talk about it and you're going to bring it up. Hopefully that's what you do. And, you know, I just say a good, healthy, growing relationship is when no one is in your business. You and that person are working it out, and y'all are doing whatever y'all need to do, grinding, making your money, building your empire, building your family, doing whatever you need to do. That's a healthy relationship out of all the big things in a relationship to me. And for a person who has been in relationships and who has got their heart broken, I've definitely learned this is what I want to do and this is what I don't want to do, and this is what I want in a man, this is what I don't want in a man, this is what I'm going to accept and this is what I'm not going to accept. And, you know, just learning things about myself that a lot of people might say, and, you know, just reflecting on myself as a person to make sure whoever I'm with next, it's not going to be the same way, if you get what I'm saying. So that's that for a healthy relationship. Toxic relationships, I per se can say that I've never been in a toxic relationship. I've almost, when it gets to the point when I feel like a relationship is about to get toxic, I like to just disconnect myself from the situation, because I've seen my mother go through it, I've seen my sister go through it, I've seen friends go through it, friends in high school go through it, and I don't want to be in a toxic relationship. And I'm not a toxic person myself, so I know what a toxic relationship is, but I've never been in one and I don't plan to be in one. So the first thing to a toxic relationship to me, the biggest thing is controlling. That has been the key thing for this past couple weeks now, is someone being controlling and then someone just being valid on their situations. I'm the type of person where I don't like to be controlled. I don't like to be told who I can and cannot talk to. I don't like to be told what I can and cannot wear. I don't like to be told what I can and cannot post. I don't like to be told what to do. And I feel like a true mature relationship, if we're dating and I have friends who are dudes, or I have a guy best friend, or whatever the case is, and they were here before you were here, regardless if it was an ex, but we're going to get into that, an ex or whatever, I feel as though we should be mature enough to be like, to have that trust and have that honesty and that communication where, like, if I'm with you, then I'm with you, okay? And, you know, if I have a guy best friend, unless he is disrespecting the hell out of my relationship and he's actually trying to do things to, like, sexual things, or just doing things that are just not part of my relationship and my loyalty to my man, then okay, I understand. And as far as it comes to ex people being best friends, like you break up but then y'all end up actually being really close, here's my thing with that, because that's also another thing that has crossed my page. I have an ex who is my best friend, and I love him to dearly. Like, he earned that role. And so if I'm dating someone and they're like,
so your ex is your best friend, like, I don't want you talking to your ex. Why are you still talking to your ex? That's weird, you know.
if whatever. I'm that type of person where if you have a best friend or a best friend who is an ex, I am not an insecure female. So as long as whoever your best friend is isn't disrespecting the relationship, isn't disrespecting me, or whatever the case is, then I'm cool. Because if you could take the time to entertain someone else, or re-entertain your ex, or whatever the case is, then you clearly weren't mine to be. So you go along and handle your business. But I'm the type of person where I can introduce my best friend to a dude because I know what it is. I know what the situation is. And I know he's not going to disrespect whoever I'm dating, and vice versa. So I'm just not insecure about those things. So personally, I don't care if you have an ex or whatever the case is, that y'all are best friends, whatever, kumbaya. So until you give me a reason to not trust you or whatever the case is, I'm cool, and like, I'm not really worried about that. You feel me? So, and then when it comes to dressing certain ways, I feel like if my man is telling me not to wear certain things, and it's just getting to the point where it's just really, really ridiculous. Like, I can't wear my stomach out, or if my titties supposedly are just too showing, I'm just like, that's an insecurity thing. Because regardless if I'm wearing sweats and a t-shirt, niggas is still gonna try to talk to me because I'm not an ugly female. And that's not me being cocky, that's me being serious. Like, if your female's attractive, she's gonna get attention regardless of what she's wearing. She could just be wearing skinny jeans and a shirt, and her ass can be fat as hell, and niggas is gonna be looking and they're gonna be trying to talk. Like, I don't have to walk out half naked for niggas to have my attention. But if I'm dating you, then I'm dating you. I'm with you. I don't care what those other niggas is saying. Like, that has nothing to do with me, because at the end of the day, I got a sexy ass nigga at home who I'm gonna let hit it when I get home. So I'm not worried about these other dudes. So whatever I'm wearing, or if I'm going out with my friends and I'm wearing something real sexy, then boom, like, that's what it is. I'm not gonna change what I wear just because you feel some type of way about it. Like, fix your insecurities. Like, that has nothing to do with me. And like, posting stuff on social media and whatever the case is, like, those things it's just childish to me. Like, if I'm with you, I'm with you. That's it. Period, point blank. I'm not a cheater. And if I'm talking to someone and we establish we are talking, then all right, then I know where I stand when it comes to the other dudes. But like, if we ain't doing none of that, don't talk to me about none of that, because you don't play that role. You don't have that thing where you can go and tell me what I can and cannot do and who I can and cannot talk to, period. Not with it. So if you a dude and you watching this and you trying to, you know, blase with me, just know that fact, because it's not happening. And call that being attitude or whatever the case is. Nah, that's just reality. So the next thing for toxic is cheating. I don't condone cheating. I'm not a cheater. You know, I don't count middle school or whatever the case is, because I'm not a cheater, okay? I'm not. If I'm not happy with someone, I'm going to tell them that I'm not happy with someone. I don't want to be cheated on. I don't know if I've ever been cheated on. Personally, I don't really care. Whatever's happened in the past, happened in the past. But now, I'm not going to want to do something that I don't want it to be done to me. So if you're just generally not happy with someone, just when it goes to leading, don't lead people on. Just keep it pushing. Don't cheat. For what? What is the satisfaction of cheating? The only thing I hear is getting an STD from sleeping with someone or giving someone something or getting caught, someone getting hurt, being injured, whatever the case is. It's just not cool. No, I'm good. Abuse, I've never had that. I've had family members who have been abused. From their experience, you know, I'm very concerning about those things. And, you know, there's red flags before the abuse starts happening, like anger issues, people punching walls, you know, getting snatched up, like someone trying to grab you on the arm or something. I'm not with none of that abusing stuff. So, like, you know, you can miss me with all of that, because I put that on my mom. You feel me? Let a dude put his hand on me. I'm going to, you know, I ain't even gonna say that, because, you know, we on YouTube. But just know, you put your hands on me, it's not gonna be swell. So, and that has nothing to do with the daddies, the brothers, or nothing. Like, you dealing with me. Just don't put your hands on me. But me being who I am and me being smart, I know the signs of it. So I'm not gonna put myself in that predicament, and hopefully never in life do I have to go through that. Manipulation. I've had people who try to manipulate me, try to play the victim, try to make me feel bad for their issues, you know. That's not swell too, and that's also a big red flag. You know, if you did something to someone and you're in the wrong and you're trying to manipulate me to make me feel bad for your actions, that's a no. That's just, once, to me, it's just childish. Like, come on. How old are we? Come on. Even though I know people do it young age, like nothing to do with relationships, like, you know, kids do it to their parents, you know, parents do it to their kids, people do it in relationships, friendships, whatever the case is. I don't need to manipulate no one. What am I manipulating you for? Like, for what? It's dumb. And last but not least, there's way more, but these are the big things for me. But excessive jealousy. It's normal to have jealousy in a relationship. People are going to be jealous, but I think this is to a certain extent. And especially if y'all not even dating and y'all still in the talking phase and y'all are friends or whatever the case is, and the person is showing real aggressive jealousy tendencies, aren't wrong. Goes into being insecure. For me, I've been jealous. I feel like everyone has been jealous. But if it gets to the point where you're doing crazy shit or you're just being really about it, then it's just not cool to me. Like, I don't like jealous people. Like I said, if I'm with you, I'm with you, and that's it, period, point blank. If you can't handle all this beauty and deal with what comes with it, then we cannot be together, period, point blank. X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, period. So but yeah, that's like the main things in relationships. Oh shit. Malfunction. Let me fix. So the main thing out of making this video is that I be seeing a lot of people going through things in a relationship, and myself and whatever I go through. And I personally think that if you're not ready for a relationship, do not get into a relationship. If you're not genuinely happy with yourself and you haven't dealt with things from the past or things, your insecurities or whatever the case is, you're not going to have a successful relationship. if you don't analyze yourself as a person and really realize what certain things that you do is toxic to other people and makes other people run away, then it's not going to work. And I think I've expressed that to a lot of people, because honestly recently a lot of people have been coming to me with for honestly relationship advice. And I'm not perfect. I've done things where I'm like, oh fuck this nigga, I'm not gonna go back to him like the next day because he texts my phone because I'm just feeling lonely. Or like, if you're realizing it's starting to get toxic and you're still going back to that person. And just toxic relationships period, when it comes to friendships or whatever, like, if you're not genuinely happy with yourself as a person and you're not where you're at, where you want to be, and you're just not enjoying your life, you can't be with someone if you don't love yourself all in one. And that's one thing that that's why I'm not so gung-ho with rushing into a relationship, because I know what's going on with me and with my depression and my anxiety and the suicides and things like that. Like, I want to be able to help myself. I don't want to have to depend on certain people to do certain things for me when it comes to relationships. Like, I want to be able to genuinely make myself happy. I want to be able to genuinely make someone else's son happy when I'm happy with myself, or daughter, whoever it is. Like, if you're just not ready, focus on yourself. There's no need to rush. And if you're not happy in the relationship that you're in, then get out of the relationship and move on. And don't waste people's times, and do your own thing. Don't stay in a relationship just because you don't want to be alone, or you're worried that you're not going to find someone in your true love. Because honestly, this world is so big, and I know people know that this world is so big, and there's always somebody for somebody. And you can't force people to like you if they don't like you. And if you see the red flags and you see the issues, don't hold off and be like, oh no, that's not what it is, or oh, they're acting this way because X, Y, and Z. Like, if you know the toxic signs and you know what's not good, then don't accept the BS. And that's just one thing, like, all in general for men and female. Know your worth. Know that you have value to yourself. Know you're a queen and you're a king and you deserve what you want in life. Just, love yourself. That's the main thing, is just loving yourself and being your true self at that. And it's not all about finding your soulmate. I feel like the real love that people are searching for, and like whatever the case is within yourself, like just loving yourself. And I've said that so many times because it's the truth. Loving yourself and, just building yourself up as a person. And then when that right person comes, or when you find that right person, then you're going to be set. You're going to be ready to grow and continue growing with that person and building your family and being married and doing all these great things. And that's just the key to everything. Love yourself. Succeed on your own. Make your own money. Stack your money up. Don't depend on anyone. And, so that's enough said for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. It definitely was needed. But definitely look out for that next video on my story time of smoking weed and my input on the smokers of the world. And that should be definitely a good video. I'm gonna be having my best friend is gonna be in that video with me, so look forward to that. And we just gonna have a good time in the next video. So like, comment, subscribe. I have to say that I've been at 15 subscribers since 2019 because I did lack on posting what I want to do, because like I said, I was going through a lot. And I wasn't on my shit like I wanted to be. But I am in it to win it for this YouTube. I really feel like this could be something good for me. And, just speaking out and having a voice for myself, even though I already have a voice already. But, like, to just let the whole world know, like, what's going on. And, just staying positive. So, at least, try to get me up to at least 20 to 25 subscribers at most. That would make my day. That would make me really, really happy. And I just, I love the support regardless. Even if no one is subscribing and viewing my things, at least I can broadcast myself and what makes me happy, and this is what makes me happy. So but I would appreciate go subscribe and like, comment, do whatever, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.